Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe. What I'm going to do with you today is teach you how to make a really refreshing, fairly healthy treat for the summer. So, you've heard of Salt Bae. You've heard of Fraud Bae, which that's not me. But today, you're going to hear of sorbet. So, what do we need to make our lemon sorbet? Well, we need 3 lemons, kind of halved one, and 2 more, unwaxed. We need 250 milliliters of water. We need, depending on your sweet tooth, the recipe says 250 grams of caster sugar, but I only use like 200 grams. And that's pretty much it. Those are the main components for our sorbet, and a freezer. So the first thing we do is get your parents to help you with this part. We're going to cut the lemons and we're going to juice them. Now if you don't have one of these, then you can just squeeze the lemon over a cup or a tub, but I have one of these, so it's going to make it helpful for me. So as you do this, you'll notice that all the lemon juice comes out. Fantastic. So that's half so far. Let's cut another one. So please do get your parents to help you when you're cutting the lemon. And another one, that's 2. So that's the juice of 2 lemons. Sounds a bit like a potion, doesn't it? Maybe you could write that in a story. And our final lemon, I'm going to cut, and the same thing, I'm just going to get the juice, that's what I'm after. The lovely tangy lemon juice. Right, done. The advantage of having one of these is all the juice is just saved there for you, so I can put that to one side. Right, now I haven't thrown my lemons away yet because I want to use the outside of the lemon to add. It's going to help with the flavour. So once again, please get your parents to help you with this part. And all I'm going to do is I'm trying to peel the skin off of my lemon. And that's going to go into my saucepan, as you can see. And I'm going to do another one. So parents, if you're helping with this, which I hope you are, you want to try and peel as close to the skin as possible so that we don't get too much of, I don't even know what the inside bit's called, but it can give it a really, really bitter taste. You might like that, maybe not, so there we go, another one. Into my saucepan, and I'm going to do one more piece because I really like mine tangy. I really like tang. So I'm going to do another piece. And once again, please be very careful, parents, when you're helping with this. I'm not being patronizing, but you know what knives are like. There you go. So as you can see, I've got my lemon peel ready to go, my lemon juice ready to go. So all I do now is I add all the water to the saucepan, and then my sugar, I add that as well. So we're going to actually create a solution. So I add the sugar. So now in my saucepan, I have lemon, sugar, and water, and I've still got my lemon juice there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put this on the stove to cook. Now it's going to take about 2 minutes to start bubbling. Then when it's bubbling, we're going to leave it to bubble for about 3 minutes. Once that's done, we switch it off and we're going to leave it to cool down. Now imagine I've already done that. So I leave it to cool down, and then what I'm going to do is, once again, if you've got something to measure with, use that again. I've got to put 100 millilitres of my lemon juice in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it out. I've got 100, spot on. So I've got 100 millilitres in here. So once this is cool, I pour my lemon juice into the mix. I take out my lemon peel, all of the peels, and I throw them in the bin. I add my lemon juice, I stir it around, and then I put it in a container. Now this is my sorbet container at home. You may have a different one. Now once I've done that, and it's cool, I'm going to put the lid on and I put it in the freezer. Now every 1 hour, you need to go and check on it and just give it a stir. And you'll notice that as it begins to freeze, it will start to freeze at the bottom. So it won't freeze so much at the top in the beginning, it will start to freeze at the bottom. So get a spoon, give it a good stir to mix up all the bits that are frozen back in the freezer. Check again an hour later, do the same thing, and you keep doing that for maybe 4 or 5 hours. After that, it should be done. I usually leave it overnight, and then the next day it is perfect. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know how it was becoming sorbets like Mr.